transforming very, very fast. Is faster than what I expected. If you think about it, the whole AI started just about 3 years ago in full-blown, adaptation. We have been using a little bit of AI here and there for the past 3 years, but the speed in which it has grown in the last couple of years is tremendous. And in fact, the example what I was saying and what we gave in the presentation today, we have an application that we took almost 1 to 2 years to build with about a staff of about 6 people, right? And I want to transform this into a new platform and a new technology. The whole thing was done in about 2 months using just 1.5 resource. That's the speed in which things are moving, and the code it generated, especially from the technology point of view, it's almost, I would say, good 80% to 90% accurate. So that's the speed in which it's evolving. And I don't know how fast it's going to go in future. Sometimes it's scary to, the way in which it's moving. It can be used in multiple ways. And as I said, you can do, in fact, simple things like sending an email in the past, right? You have to draft it, you have to read it, you have to spell check it and send it, right? So the same email can be drafted today in just 2-3 minutes. You just give the rough instructions. I'm talking about anybody can do this. It's not just for me, right? So in fact, I'm using it as a technique, right? It's one of the great business use. So any communication, any documentation, anybody can use it today, right? Go to ChatGPT, your idea, and it gives idea back, right? So I think it's going to be more and more adapted going forward. United States is definitely moving fast. I can see that very, very fast, right? Not only United States, I'm sure Europe, India, China, they have adapted fast enough. But I think Europe is a little bit lagging in an adaptation. So in terms of data centers that they're building, I'm not seeing as much activity, right? Unless it is done very secretly, but we don't see a lot of news here. So you see Chinese, building data centers. We see US building a lot of data centers. Same thing in India, actually building a lot of data centers too, right? But other countries, I think they're still catching up. And it is going to be, it's good and bad. Somebody was giving a very good example, right? Suppose you want to do an exercise, a student wants to write an essay, right? You just need to give some few good prompts to ChatGPT and gives you the answer, right? Is it good or bad, right? So what it will, especially for the students and the young generation, it will make your brain shrink, faster if you start using too much of ChatGPT.